it. You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited.
All right, people,
You
come
already know
on
what it
in. Come
is.
on in. This is what we.
Tell the truth and shame the devil.
That's what we do. Come on in.
Tell the truth and shame the devil.
That's what we do. Come on in. Come on in, people. Live, 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 live. You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. We rolling, people. We rolling. We rolling. We rolling. We got a lot of haters in the camp, but we're going to keep on moving. I tell you, we got folks that's turning coats. They're turncoats, if I may use that term. They selling out for money. We got Judases in the camp. They selling out for some silver, some crumbs. I tell you, the worst thing in the world is to have a bad name, people. You never want to have a bad name, I tell you, people. The Bible says that a good name is better than great riches. I tell you, I'd rather have a good name than riches. I'll tell you, when your word is no good, my God, you're no good. I tell you, people, they want a life of righteousness, but they live like the devil. My. I tell you, Judas is in the house. Judas, let me tell you, explain something about Judas. Judas looks like you. He dressed like you. He has some of the same interests as you, but he's kissing you to betray you. That's what he looks like. I tell you, people, you got to remember at the end of the day, you got to suspect all. You have to. When I talk to people, I talk to them as if they wearing a wire. So I'm cautious of what I say. I tell you, people, and you have to be like that. We're living in a day of time where folks would do you like they did Jesus. Hallelujah. In the highest, they praise you one day, and the next day, they sticking a knife in your back, people. I tell you, God is real, but the Bible says when your ways please the Lord, he'll make your enemies be at peace with you. You wonder why I have folks that you know that don't like you. They at peace with you. Because God is. I tell you, people, I'm feeling great tonight. I was on a Zoom call tonight with Brandon Johnson. That's why I'm running late coming on tonight. But I appreciate you guys for coming on. This is serious. When I broke the news to you guys and post up that picture of Harold Washington and Brandon Johnson right next to each other. Now, don't get me wrong. Brandon Johnson is not Harold Washington, and Harold Washington is not Brandon Johnson, but they showed enough, share some similarities. You cannot deny that, too. You say you didn't want Willie Wilson because his grammar was bad. Now that you got a man whose grammar is on point, now what you got to say? You're running. Some of you guys are running not because of good policy. You're running because whoever got the bag. You see the right-wing Republicans dumping millions of dollars behind Paul Vallis. And look at you. You're looking at Pharaoh's wealth like, okay, how can I get some of that money? Shame on you. And I told you, people, when the earthquake comes, it shakes up anything don't have a solid foundation. And when the dust settles, you're going to see everybody who they really are. You're going to see them. You're going to see them. And don't deny in your mind, Maya Angelou said, when people show you who they are, believe them, people. Everybody is not for the black causes. They're not for the black causes, people. Not at all. They are for their stomach. They try to eat. Listen, people, what about our children? What about our future? One brother said that white people know if their children don't eat, they're going to eat them. And look what's happening to our young folks. Our young people are not eating. And what are they doing? They're robbing. They're stealing. they're killing, they're carjacking, they're looting, they're snatching and grabbing people. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. You may not want to admit it. And some of our young people, they're walking around with $1,000 cell phones, $200 Michael Jordans and jewelry, $300 hairstyle, and they still robbing and all that, people. And I always say, you can feed a man a fish for a day. But if you teach them how to fish, you feed them for a lifetime, people. People, we have to work hard. We have to get out, vote. And don't get me wrong. Nobody's coming to save black people but black people. Let me say that. And for you standing on the sideline, not participating in the voting process, you have nothing to say when you have politicians making decisions, life-threatening decisions against our race, against our community. You have nothing to say, people. So I suggest you get involved and don't believe the myth that your vote doesn't count. Because if your vote don't mean anything, trust me, Paul Vallis would not come to the DuSable Museum and try to get votes, the black vote. If Paul Vallis knew that he had this, without a shadow of doubt, he would not be campaigning right now. He would not be debating. People, wake up. And I want to ask my listening audience, those that's here and those afar, why is it when black people go to the poll, blacks, African Americans, melanated, they always say, we don't show up. We don't show up. But let me ask you a question. Just right here on February the 28th, we were in Black History Month. I wonder how many white people that are registered voters here in the city of Chicago that showed up to vote. They never talk about white people not showing up to vote. So isn't it quite funny is when black people don't show up at the polls and vote, they always say, we're not showing up. But they never say anything about themselves showing up. It reminds me of that term, black on black crime. You never hear them say white on white crime. You never hear them say that. Why is that? Why is it the finger always pointing at black folks? Why is it that they tried to make the Latino community at odds with us? The African brothers and sisters and the Haitians and the Belizeans and the Trinidadians, make them at odds with us. They point them against us. But I'm going to tell you, my Trinidadian brother and Haitian and Jamaican and Belizean brothers and sisters, when they pull you over, trust me, and you looking like this color, this melanated color, and to my Puerto Ricans too, because you got some dark Puerto Ricans and you got some melanated Mexicans, you are still considered a Niger. And they're going to treat you as such. You don't get no pass. Trust me. I got to tell the truth and shame the devil, people. Listen, young people, you have to get involved into the election process. Older people, you have to grab them by the hand and walk them to the polls and say, son and daughter, we have to do this. We have to do this because politicians make decisions. They put down policy, legislation for our lives, people. Like it, love it or not. And you got some of these folks, they are the C word. They are the COONS. That's what they are. They are lovers of other races. They can't see no good. They are get along, go along Negroes. Yes, sir, master. Yes, sir. If the master's sick, they sick. If the master mad, they mad. Whatever the masters say, that's what they say. They don't have a mind of their own. But let me tell you something to my COONS. White people don't respect cowards. They don't respect snitches at all. They'll use you. They'll give you some trinkets. They'll use you until they can't use it no more. Trust me. They respect warriors. They respect men that stand up and not with their back bent. That's what they respect. They may not like you, but they respect you. There's a man right there that loves his people, that won't sell out to his people. There's a man right there that don't have a price tag on his head. There's a man that's right there that's willing to accept death for his wife, for his people. That's a warrior. That's a soldier. Now, my question is to my black people. Why aren't you dying for truth? Why aren't you dying for the race of people? Why aren't you dying for your family? But you're dying for drugs. You're dying for road rage. You're dying for dice game. And you're dying for sleeping with this man's wife and this woman's what? Husband and all that. You're dying for stupid stuff. Why not die for some truth and go down in the history book as a martyr for your race? Come on, people. You're not going to stay here. Good health, bad health, rich or poor, black or white. You're not going to stay here forever. You're going to have to leave this flesh. My father always taught me everybody want to eat steak, but don't nobody want to cut the cow. Somebody got to cut the cow. They got to cut it. Trust me. Oh, I feel good tonight. I feel good tonight, people. This is a blessing. And I'm excited about supporting Brandon Johnson. And I'm not on Brandon Johnson payroll. Let us be known. Let it be known. What I'm doing is volunteer. Brandon Johnson have not promised me nothing. Nothing. I have not secretly met with him in private and said, hey, man, what's in it for me? What I got to do? But one thing I can say, he's a brother. He's an honest brother, and he's articulate, and he knows the struggle of black people, and he's going to make sure that the South and West Side is not left out. That's enough for me. And he always expressed this Chicago is a tale of two cities, the haves and the have-nots. And his duty is to make sure that the have-nots have an opportunity to have. And that's what I'm talking about, people. This is live, uncut, unedited. And don't get me wrong, I know that Brandon Johnson is not going to be the mayor of black people only, but he's going to be the mayor of LGBTQ, the mayor of racist people, Spanish people, the migrants. He's going to be all of our mayor. Like it or love it, people. Get used to it. Let's run this city. Let's bring the new administration in, people. Let's look forward. Let's get out and vote and make Brandon Johnson your choice, people. If not, you're going to go back to the 60s. You talking about bring that old regime in, Paul Vallis, the old regime of them old officers. What are they going to do? You're going to bring back frisk black people, racial profiling, driving while black. Come on now, people. We know those coded words. Come on, people. Come on now, people. This is real. And I got me a call. I didn't know I had a call. I was in my zone. Hey, caller, where you calling from? All right. Caller.
What's up, man?
What's going on, man? Is that Kevin?
Man, yes, sir.
What's up, brother Kevin? How you doing, brother?
Man, I'm blessed, man.
All right, man. I'm glad you come on my show. Man. I'm glad you're here, brother. I'm glad you're here, man. I'm glad you're here, man.
You know it, man.
Man, what you want to talk about, brother?
I support you 100%, bro.
Yes, sir, brother. You know what? Listen, I'm going to tell you something, brother Kevin. One thing about me, man, I'm like you, brother. I'm a loyal brother. When I like something, when I'm dedicated to something, you ain't got to worry about me stabbing you in your back. Hey, Kevin, I'm not the type of brother that praise you one day and the next day I got a dagger in your back. That's not my character, Kevin. I'm going to tell you, I'm loyal. I'm loyal to the game and to the cause, brother. Trust me. It's not even about how much money you have. It's not matter if you're a male or female, but if I'm loyal to you, trust me, I got your back. But what I'm not going to do, I'm not going to allow you to make me look bad. That's what I'm not going to tolerate that. I'm not going to tolerate that in the public or in private. And especially if I know that I've done everything in my ability to keep the peace and do what's right by you. That's what I'm not going to tolerate. And if I'm your true friend, if I'm a friend of you, Kevin, if I'm a friend of anybody's out there, anybody, you have to tell me the truth when I'm wrong. Don't go along with Martin Johnson when he's wrong. Don't go along with your best friend, but you got to tell him in love. See, one thing we do, Kevin, I'm just saying, speak in general, this is what we do. When we get upset at our loved ones or our friends that we hold high, we don't tell them how we feel about them. We wait till we get angry and all emotion. We have to tell them when we're not angry with them. And some of us are afraid to tell our friends and our loved ones and our family members, you're wrong. And we have to do that, Brother Kevin.
Yes, sir.
We have to do that, brother. Kevin,
Yes,
if you see me wrong, brother, you got permission to check me, brother. Pull me to the side, say, Brother Martin, you know I love you, man. I'm with you, but you're dead wrong on this one. And even if I don't see it, Brother Kevin, even if I don't agree with you, please tell me. Please tell me, brother. The Bible said, my people perish for the lack of knowledge. And one thing I learned about a leader, any good leader that's out there, she've always been a great follower. You can't be no great leader if you never followed nobody. Come on now, people. Somebody needs to talk to me. I'm telling the gospel truth. I'm preaching now. I got to tell a story, people. I got to tell a story. You cannot be no leader where you know everything. Why you think people have advisors around them that you could tell them and see things? Don't you know, brother, I've never got high in a day in my life. I don't know the effects what weed can do to you. So a person that smoke weed can tell you and describe to you what weed make you do, how it makes you think, or pills or something. So they more qualified in that area than I am. Now, I know the effects because of what I see people do. Certain things you just don't know. It's just like me getting on this live, disrespecting a 70-year-old man. Now, listen, he may be illiterate, he may be slow, but guess what? One thing he got over me is experience. And he's been around a long time. He have seen things in his life that you wasn't even born. So we have to be careful, people. Young folks, we have to sit at the elders' feet and learn. And I'm not saying that the elders did everything right, and they're always right, people, but they have experience. And I've always tell you, it's two things as a person you cannot have: youth and experience. One has to be lacking the other. It's impossible for you to have both. It's just not going to happen. Not going to happen. Go ahead, Brother Kevin. I'm excited tonight, brother. I'm excited tonight.
Man, I feel your energy, man. I gotta let you do your thing, huh?
Yes, yes.
There you go, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm excited tonight,
Man,
brother.
dude.
I ain't gonna let nobody steal my joy tonight because I know whose I am. And one thing about me, Brother Kevin, if I got to go down, I'm going down swinging with the truth. I ain't going down sleeping with another man's wife. I ain't going down taking nothing from another man. I ain't going down bad-mouthing nobody. Come on now, people. I'm telling the truth. And I ain't going down wronging nobody or taking advantage of nobody. I ain't going down taking a backdoor deal and selling my people out, people. If I'm going to go down, I'm going to go down for the truth. Nothing else, buddy. Nothing else. And that's it. My word is all I got, people.
That's what's going on.
Yeah. I don't have a lot of money to pass out. Yeah. I don't have a lot of money to pass out to people. I don't have a lot of groceries to give to people. I guarantee you, you got my word, and my word is good as gold because I'm going to stand behind my word. I might be a little late getting to it, but I'm going to get it done. Trust me. I want to know when you call on the crime chaser, Martin G. Johnson, hey, that's a man that I can get the keys to my house. And I know when I come back to my house, everything going to be just like I left it. How many people can you give the keys to your house And anybody that know where you live at and where you lay your head at, that's where you vulnerable at. That's your private spot, place where you laying your head, people. And if you can't trust them with the keys of your house, you better beware of them. I'm just telling you the truth. This is the gospel truth. Some folks will smile and grin in your face, brother. They will wish you fail. They wish you well in your face, but hoping that you'll fail. Have you ever had a person in your life, and when you tell them, hey, I'm getting ready to get this new car, I'm getting ready to do this, and there's something in them, you see the expression on their face like, ooh, you can see that body language, that vibration. And I'm going to tell you, Brother Kevin, and I think that's Dr. Sanders on here. Listen, let me just say this. I'm not the type of brother that don't want to see the next brother succeed. I'm not that type. Listen, because I know we all get a turn. That's not my makeup, people. I'm wishing my brother. I'm celebrating for my brother. I'm congratulating my brother and my sister. And listen, some folks have a problem with other people being successful, good at their craft. If you have put into the work, you have labored for many hours and sacrifice. Listen, people want my glory, but they don't know my story, Brother Kevin. Trust me, it hasn't always been easy for me, and still not easy. I just serve people. I treat people right. I treat people right because I want to be treated right. That's what I do. That's how I get out, people. My character speaks volume. Look at some of these people. Look at some of their friends. Trust me, they call themselves pro-black, but they skinning and grinning and trying to get something from the master table because the master want to give them something. That's what they're doing. Mm-hmm. Kevin, you know, and we both was in the street. All money ain't good money. And you can witness to that, Brother Kevin. All money ain't good money. Some money, you just got to say, no, I don't need this. I can't do it. But listen, people, listen. Some things Dr. Sanders can tell you, and I'm going to let her talk, money can't buy. Money can't buy integrity. Money can't buy loyalty. It can't buy that at all. Now, money is good. Money is right up there with oxygen. You cannot live without it. But certain things money can't buy is love. Money can't buy love at all. It can buy you a good time. You could do nice things with people, but it can't buy love. It can't buy God at all. God is not for sale. His word is not for sale. That's what I'm talking about. This is live, uncut. I feel it today. Go ahead, Dr. Sanders. Talk, Dr. Sanders.
Well, as the late Andre Crouch wrote his last song and was recorded by Marvin Winans, let the church say amen.
Amen.
You hit it on the head. I would like to make this be well known. The troll, Alexander, DeAndre J, you are a demon. You're disrespectful. For you to even put the nastiest, most pornography thing on this thread, you need to be blocked. Martin, block him.
I just did it. Already done. Already done.
It's sickening to see the nastiness of Satan come out. You're telling the truth. No one is slamming anybody, but the truth hurts. You know, the Bible would tell you a lot of things. They don't tell you some things. It tells you the truth. If you are going to be real, you're going to be real. If you're going to be fake, then be fake, but stay in the fake world. Don't come over here to the real world because you will get a rude awakening. And all of the things that Brandon Johnson has said in all of his speeches, in his debates, he's been fair. He's been direct. And everybody that you all said you never met him, did I not tell you all a couple of weeks ago? You have the ability to reach out. If you want to know Brandon Johnson, stop talking about, well, I never met him. Well, you know why you didn't meet him? Because you didn't make the effort to go see him. Before you judge somebody that you never met, take your behind out of your comfort zone, and every time he's going somewhere, meet him there. That's the open. Why don't our people go? You don't want to go. But then you'll say, well, my opinion matters. Well, your opinion matters only if you go and meet the person. Don't sit up and dissect him. The 25th of March, he's going to be at 1901 West Carroll Street. Look at his itinerary. Go meet the man. Go to his church. You got the opportunity to ask him questions. Don't do it on a thread. Don't just have up there saying stuff. Be man enough and adult enough to go. When Martin Luther King went every place across this city, what happened in here, Martin, in the west side of Chicago? The west side of Chicago took a real bad beating, burned down. Why? Because when they heard King died, they nearly destroyed the west side. It never came back because of the stress and the anxiety that it took upon the people to have a leader. Our leaders that are good leaders. Listen, whether you like Malcolm X or not, you ain't sat in the class with me with his cousin. The man was a wonderful man. Everything he said came to pass. Dr. King, Ralph J. Bunche, all of our people that are protesting, they told us the truth. And what did we do? Martin, like you said, you keep sitting at the table with the enemy, getting a piece of crumb and trying to act like you got a whole lot. Paul Vallas is not my child, and I'm not his child. But guess what? His soul belongs to God. And everything that he does wrong to God's people, he's going to get it. There's an old song we used to sing in church. Every man got to lay down and die. So if your life, like Martin said, it takes a real person to get out here on the street, a real person that literally will fight for the justice of our people, our children. Stop talking about what you particularly want him to do, what Brandon Johnson wants you to do. He's not catering to everything you want. Why don't you cater to the truth and look at the reality of everything? He don't own CPS. He don't own the hospitals. He don't own the Chicago Park District. There's a lot of crime everywhere. And no mayor in no way in life is going to stop crime. The only one going to stop it is when Jesus comes.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. And that's the truth.
Mm-hmm.
When Jesus comes, it's all over with. So the thing of it is that it takes a person that is passionate for God's people, no matter who you are. We're not the original. The original gangsters was in the Bible. Because guess what? Nobody was a punk. Everybody had to go through a process. If you don't like Brandon Johnson, then leave him alone. Move on to who you want to. I'm not making you do nothing you don't want to do.
Not at all.
And for somebody to ask a question about you and J. Mal, what went down between him and J. Mal ain't none of your business unless Martin wants you to know. He put it out there last night, and it's simple as that. It ain't got nothing to do with anything. Uh-huh. He defended what was right. He brought it out because the Bible says rebuke before all that others may fear.
That's right.
To let you know. He letting you know. He has nothing to gain from this. Have you given, for those of you all asking the dumb questions, did you give Martin $20? Did you give him $40? Did you give him $100? No, you didn't. So my thing is that he's giving us wisdom. And young people under the age of 40 and 30, stop running your mouth. Open your ears. Put cotton in your mouth. Sit still and learn. Stop looking at the reality shows. Hollywood got you so messed up, you want to look like these clowns. Who is owned by who? The white man. So listen, stuff your mouth full of cotton. Open your heart and your ears. Every time Martin puts a video up concerning our people, concerning the damnable thing that is happening to our children and our young women. I'm tired of looking at our young women just getting raped or trying to go get fat removed, and you go to other countries and you die and you can't come back to where you at. I'm sick of seeing that. We're better than that. We're better than big booties and breasts and lips and hair and all that. We're better than that. We got to stop it and learn how to gravitate to wisdom. I thank God for the wisdom that was imparted into me. I lived with older people all my life. And everything that they taught me is inside of my heart. And I'm sharing it with you all. Martin, I love you, man.
Thank you, sister.
You my brother from another mother, but we got the same father. Kevin, I know I never met you. You my guy too. Whatever it is that we can do to make this happen, period. And let's just say, if it don't turn to Brandon, guess what? Then promote him to Congress. Promote him to state senator. Come on now. That takes him above high, because guess what? His blessings come from the Lord. Trust me. That's who's going to win, is whatever God says. Whatever his will and purpose is, we still promote Brandon Johnson. Don't call him names. That's ignorance. That's foolishness. That's nasty.
All right. All right, Doc. Kevin, come on, talk, man. Talk a little bit, man. Whatever you want to talk about. No matter, man.
Man, they got this forum on the 14th, Tuesday, right?
Right.
Brandon and Paul, right?
Right.
You know how I feel about these politics, man. I don't really trust none of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of just giving our vote away, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Black folks need to know how much power they have in the vote, man. And we don't get what we need in our communities and in our neighborhoods because we don't demand it. We just give our vote away, bro.
That's right.
Like, I'm not finna vote for Brandon. Brandon has been nothing but cool to me, right? Every time I met him, they're saying, "Show me number love." Same thing with Paul. Paul hugged me every time I see him. I know Paul for like 8 years. I know Paul since the last election. But I'm not gonna draw off my emotion.
Okay.
And just vote for somebody. No, my people need shit. And we need. So whoever get in this office, I need to talk to them both at the, you know what I'm saying? And whichever one y'all get in the office, I really don't care. But I need to know what y'all gonna do for my community. And we need this done within the first 100 days of your administration. You can't tell me it can't be done. I done think motherfuckers passed thousands of laws within their first 100 days. And the things that my people need in our community, it's nothing. Like, dude, y'all should just get that away. Just it's natural human rights. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you.
Like, we need this, but nobody is demanding. I'm tired of asking, bro.
Yeah,
I'm tired of asking. They don't give us shit.
Yeah, watch your voice.
They make all these promises.
Yeah. Right, but you know what? Let me just say something, brother. Well, I think we spent Listen, one thing I can tell you this, man. The South and West Side have always been neglected, brother. And I'm going to tell you, in your choice, whoever you choose, you know, no disrespect, and you can take away the color. Just look at the track record. That's all. You look at both track records and make a decision. You know, listen to both candidates and see what they're saying. Who more so can identify with the community where I come from? You got to look at that too. Who can get things done? How your public record been? How your policy making been? Who you been hanging out with? What type of people are backing you? You have to look at all those things, brother. And let me just tell you this. There's nobody that's donating, a special individual, donating $4 million to anybody campaign that's not looking for a return, brother. Trust me. And I'm going to tell anybody, it's two things out there that all politicians cater to. They cater to the people who they most fear, and you know who that is, the white folks, and the people who is bankrolling them. Those are the two people that they're going to cater to on the top of their list. Them, the first two. And maybe those of us that's left on the bottom may get something or a little something. That's how it works, brother. That's how it works. You don't go drop $1,000 in somebody's lap.
We need to stop accepting that, bro.
Right. That's what I'm just saying. See, and that's what I'm saying. Listen, it's public records. See, that's what it is, brother. They have made this election out of who got the most money. That's what it is. And we know ain't nobody out here got more money than white folks. They faces on the money. They tell you what the dollar worth. But one thing they can't buy, every Negro ain't for sale. You better believe that. And some folks got, some folks in their mind, they say, hey.
You know I ain't for sale.
Yeah, listen, I know that. Every Negro ain't for sale. Trust me.
And or for rent.
Yeah, or for rent. Trust me. Trust me. And listen. And I tell people out there, don't be swayed by their niceness. Don't be swayed by their promises. If you're going to work for the white man, you better get yours up front. Because if he don't win, then what? Now you got to come back to the black community with your head down. Man, I should have listened. I'm just saying. You should have listened. You chasing the bag. Trust me. That money that you got, it's not going to be all forever there. It's lent to us. It's on loan, people. I keep telling us everything that we got, our worldly possessions, is only lent to us for a little while. A little while. A lot of us was ballers back in the 80s and 90s. We sold dope, and I'm not bragging. We made money. We had this woman, this car, that car, all that jewelry. Guess what? Some of us in jail. Some of us got hooked on drugs, and all of it's gone. Some of us got cases.
Man, I swear.
It's gone. It's gone. It was just for a season, people. And listen, just like a singer, a one-hit wonder, they hot. Mike Jones said, back then they didn't want me, now I'm hot. They all on me. Everybody loves a winner. You got some folks, they going to bounce from person to person. Get sick and see how many people come to your rescue. Listen.
I know that.
Listen, get sick. Listen, don't have nowhere to go and see how many people come to your rescue. You need a little financial help. See how many people is going to come to your rescue. Trust me. People only use people a lot of times only for what they can get out of you. And when they're done using you, they on to the next person. It's like a prostitute, a man buying a prostitute. That's what it's like. A prostitute want her money up front, and he do his sex act. It's all over after he do his sex act. He going back home to his wife or his living girlfriend or his shacking partner, whatever. It's over. The moment is over. And that's the same way how black people are being used. We're being used for the critical moment, and after it's over, they ain't gonna know you. Some of these politicians, they gonna get in this office, and they ain't gonna know you. Trust me. And I'm gonna tell you this. I heard about a certain politician that had a lot of staff members that looked like him. And at the end of the day, when it all boiled down, it was all white people in office. I'm telling you, fired all the black people. I'm telling you. So y'all better be careful who you hearing already talking about they love black people. I'm telling you. And don't tell me every black person is lazy.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. Listen, you can't tell me every black person lazy. Not on time. Here's a sister on this live right now that is a time manager. She always prompt and on time. And I like that about Dr. Sanders. She's on time. She respects time. And one thing about time, once it's gone, you cannot get it back. Don't a woman and a man know? It's just like being in a bad relationship for 20 years and 10 years and 5 years. You have wasted 5 years of your life that you can never get back. Never get back. So you got to watch people. People are only going to use you for their benefit. Once they look and realize that they cannot use you, they're not trying to help you. They're not trying to see you with nothing. How can I use him to get to where I want to go? People are willing to bend over people. They're willing to take money. They're willing to use murder to get to where they got to go in life, where they think they want to go. Trust me, people. And let me say this, and I'm going to get ready to close. I'm going to say this. You got people out here that got a lot of money and they can't spend it. You got a lot of people out here that got a nice car, they can't drive it. You got a lot of people out here that's well educated and they're not able to use their education. I'm gonna go a little smaller than that. You got folks out here that got a big pillow top, king size, queen size bed, but they can't lay in it, people. You said, well, Martin, well, why is that? They sick. They sick. Their health is not up to par. You got somebody that got a big house, beautiful brick house. They're in a nursing home right now. They can't live in it. They're out of their mind. They sick. They're in the hospital, fighting for their life. I'm telling you, people, this life is real. And how you live in this world is how you're going to die. You can't live in this life. You can't live in this life alcoholic and die sober. How you live in this world is how you're going to die. If you live in this world a con artist, you're not going to die a straight up good person. You're conning people. You're bouncing checks. You're lying to people. You're deceiving people. You're not right. God see you. He see you. The scripture said, how dwells the love of God in you? When you see your brother need, you don't help your brother. Some of you people, excuse me saying you people, some of us, we ride past people every day on the bus stop that we work with and never ask them, do they want to ride? We ride past people on the bus stop on the way to the same destination church and never ask them, do they want to ride? Well, you say, well, Martin, this is my gas, this is my, yes, it is. It's your car for a little while. Just die. When you die, somebody else gonna have your wife. They're gonna be driving that car, wearing your gym shoes, wearing your suit. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go a little further than that. Your suit gonna be at the flea market. Your jewelry gonna be at the, your clothes gonna be at the Goodwill. At the Goodwill. Your car is gonna be on Facebook Marketplace. Because you can't take it with you. Can't take it with you, brother and sister. I rest my case, and I love being black. I love my kinky hair, sister. I love my full lips. I love my broad nose. I love my caramel complexion. When God designed me, he did not make a mistake. And I ain't mad at him. I may not be the best looking person. I may not be the sharpest person in the world, but I thank God I got my integrity. I got a peace of mind. Listen, I can lay down tonight, knowing that I ain't got no hate in my heart against my brother or my sister. No matter how wrong he or she did what they did against me. I can truly say that there ain't 1 ounce of hate in my heart against nobody. None. Because guess what, people? I ain't gonna let nobody stop my blessing. Trust me. And I know I ain't here forever. Nobody. When I sleep good at nighttime. And some of y'all people out there, some of us, I don't know how we sleep at nighttime, the way we treat people. How do you sleep? You out here killing people. You out here robbing people. You out here hurting people. You are manipulating people, using people, have no good intentions toward people. How could you sleep at night? That's why you got to take pills and smoke drugs, and we do all those things that cool your conscience. Because you've wronged so many people. You can't come out in the public because you have wronged people. You have done people wrong. And you know your day is short. People, this life is real. And let us be careful how we treat one another. This is live, uncut, unedited. You already know what it is, Dr. Sanders. I appreciate both of y'all too. I appreciate both of y'all. I can't even hear myself. I didn't got excited tonight. I'll tell you, excited people.
That's all right.
Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you, Kevin. Good night, brother. You know my number, brother. If you need me, I'm there, brother. If I got it, you got it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it is what it is, brother.
You know,
hey, loyal to me.
Don't need to be explained, bro.
Listen, loyalty to me trumps everything, people. Loyalty. People, when you find somebody that's loyal to you, you better make sure you treat them right or her right. When they loyal to you, that's real talk. Because we living in a day and time, and Dr. saying we the same age. Folks ain't loyal in this day and time. They're not loyal to nobody. They are not loyal. So you got to watch folks now. Watch them. And I always say, if you can't give them the keys to your house, you better not trust them. God bless y'all. God bless.